Hi everyone, I'm Catherine Grill, the CEO and one of the founders of Neolth. I'm excited to be here today to walk you through Neolth's community section, which features expert advice from professionals in the field and student stories from students themselves. A whole bunch of video and blog content meant to educate about mental health and break down stigma. There's new content released every month, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to find videos and content related to building healthy relationships and communication styles for your students. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll jump right into it. So I'm on Neolth's educator platform for teachers, which you can use to bring mental health education and awareness into your classroom. I just signed into my account at cloud.neolth.com. I clicked into the community section, and now I'm here in expert advice. I show you how to use different search filters and features in another video, but today I want to show you specifically how to access content around relationships and community building. So I'm going to expand my topic filters here on the left side. You can see all the different topics that we offer. And I'll start with this first one here, which is allies and BIPOC communities. We know that mental health is very related to culture and race, and that's an important topic to talk about. So we do have content here, whether it's things like talking about racism or discrimination. We have videos about that. Learning and teaching about race. So these are both for students who are people of color who might be wanting to find support, or for students who are allies and they're wanting to learn about race. Things like microaggressions, what are they? And even the importance of representation in entertainment and media from Sheridan, one of our filmmakers. So there's a lot of important content here, especially if you're thinking about talking about race and culture and mental health in the classroom. There's also a topic around just building community in general, so healthy relationships, whether it's things like social awareness. We have a whole series around this. Building up healthy peer relationships, building empathy for your friends, or even communication, which we know is a skill that our students are building up. So we have a whole relationship skills video series as well. If you want to focus on dating and romantic relationships, we're starting to build up that content, and we have even more in the student stories, which I'll show you in a second. But we have a lot around friends and peer support, which we know is important to school-aged children and teens. So whether it's something like getting help for friends, doing a mental health check-in, which we've heard is really important. A lot of students say their friends are struggling and they don't know how to check in. So there's information about that. Or just information about how to find friends and build up your community, because we know that's really important to our students. And lastly, we talked about kind of romantic relationships, friends and peer support. We also have information for managing relationships and communication with parents and family, because that's an area where we hear from students it can be a bit of a stressor. So it might be something like handling parental pressure, going to college, picking a different major, or just a certain pressure to achieve grades. That's a topic that we cover. And really just opening up communication channels with parents and building those healthy relationships. So there's a lot of content here, whether it's on allies or BIPOC communities, building community in general, dating and romantic relationships, friends and peer support, parents and family ties. All of these topics are going to be about building healthy relationships and good communication style. Now, I do want to remind you, it's not just our expert advice section that has all this content, but you can also go to our student stories to hear from the students themselves. So use the filters on the left and you can see those similar topics. We have a lot of content about students around their culture, how that affects their relationships with peers, parents, and their mental health, how to support other students, to be there for other students, managing things like peer comparison, peer pressure, and even a whole series about building healthy relationships, whether it's with yourself, peers, family, or romantic relationships. So there's so much great content here from the students themselves, again, around building relationships and healthy communication style that you can use with your students in the classroom. I hope you enjoyed this video about how to find content around relationship and communication style for your students, and we'll see you next time.